hosts, and welcome to another Kerbal Space Program stream. Hello. Yep, there we are. Today, we are going to be experimenting with space planes and hopefully improving the design of our single stage to orbit vehicle. And I'm going to adjust my camera slightly. Is that better? Am I freezing up strangely now? No. Okay. So, while KSP loads in the background. Nom, 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 nom. So we have KSP loading up in the background. Now, if you remember my last stream, we re-entered with the space plane and it tumbled out of control. So I'm going to be doing some work on improving it and seeing what we can do to make it a better vessel. So it should fly by itself, maybe not into orbit, but it should be able to fly stably. Also, I want to put some more controls on it so that it'll have power while... So it can be powered while the bay doors are closed, and a whole lot of just little quality of life improvements. So give us a split second while everything loads up, and we'll have a look at the game. Here we go. That's almost loaded. Come on, come on. So it's taking so long. Yo, little wink for you. I like playing around with the faces. Okay. Yes, looks good. And we load in. I'm just going to check. We'll just double check the missions. I've got a moon orbit scheduled. Transfer it. I have to do those things well, but let's go into here and load up our previously done ship. And what I want to do is switch into the other editor. Where is the ship itself? Oh, it's through the roof. Hold on. Hello. Can I go up? Let's bring the ship down. Okay. And edit it again. Right. let's reconfigure it for being in the space plane hangar. That's the first thing we need to do. So you like that. That's done. Now we can extend the gears. Start extended. Start extended. Now, let's fix some of the problems we were having. First things first, we'll rotate this. Just make sure we are on like that. That's fine. Now, cargo is not what I'm worried about. Group action groups. Now, custom one. That's weird. Group actions, access groups. If I select that, there. Custom one. Custom one is the pitch control. So we don't want it to do pitch control. We don't want it to do roll control. We only want it to do yaw control. Want this to do just roll. Yes, you did. You made it as I started. So this will allow us to disable the control surfaces. And also, we'll come back to the build mode. We'll start it enabled for pitch and roll. And this start enable for yaw. The next control, not control, so actions will be you guys here. And we're going to put toggle bay doors on all of the, on control number 2. That's fine. Now, there's a couple other controls we're going to have to introduce, but we can do that later. Now, we've got some new tools here. The first thing I want to add is in our coupling. I thought that was sized for these things, but it doesn't look like it was. Oh, yes, it is. There we go, like that. So we've got a little coupling thingy there that'll allow us to dock. That'll allow us to dock with other vessels that are too large to fit inside of the engine bay or payload bay. While we are at it, let's add this to custom 3, which will be toggle, and we'll also toggle lights on that one. And custom 4, we are going to tell it to toggle draining. Actually, toggle drain. There we go. Now let's add the things that I left off on the previous one. So let's open up the rear cargo bay. What I want to include in here is a fuel cell. So we have a little bit of redundant power while the ship has the things closed. So like that. Well, that's clipping out of the vessel. That's not what we want. Done. Okay, so we have a little bit of redundant power there. Close, and if we look at this, we've got some oxidizer to feed it as well. Excellent. And I'll just open that again. I want to put that on. I want to put that one on. Probably custom 5. So that will be toggle fuel cell, because that'll allow us to have a bit of resilient power. Okay, close. If we go to build, let's actually have a look at our vehicle's aerodynamic properties. And that we go center of thrust, aerodynamic lift, center of mass. And here is why our ship has stability problems. As you can see, the center of lift, center of mass, and the center of lift. Where is the center of lift? Are very close. So if anything happens that brings the center of lift too far forward, we lose stability. So let's change the design slightly. Okay, so we got the mass of the fuel up front. What else can we do to improve our lift characteristics? Well, I am thinking we're going to actually need to add in engines as well, so jet engines. Okay. Okay, that looks good. How are we going to stick those engines on, though? Okay, Do we have the 3 in line? Nope. Got the supersonic intakes, that's cool. Hello, Mr. No Name. How are you going? I've got the intakes, those will become useful soon. Go into structural. Structural fuselage. Gonna have some engine nacelles, I think. Can fit those in there. And let's see if we can get the other one to fit onto there. Come on. No, you don't want like that. Oh, that's fine then. We'll move this forward. These are going to be our engines. That's okay. I am going good at the moment. And we'll go back to the aerodynamics. Let's see what we're going to do for an air intake. I think might be the ramp. Actually, I wonder if it would be cool to stick those on here. That's a bit strange. Because you're only really on YouTube able to stream for 24 hours, and then things start to break. I'll try that a bit later. I just want to get everything looking right. Let's get those facing upwards. And we'll move these back again. No, not like that. You move back. And move down. And more into the fuselage. Now, let's see. Air intakes. Fan shroud. Must have air breathing deep. Where is the... Oh, there's the air brakes that we didn't install on the last version. Okay. I want 2 tolerance. That's too small. That's too large. This one's just right. That doesn't look right, though. Where are the radial air intakes? Circular intake. There we go. That's what we want. Why are 3 SpongeBobs? I don't know what you're saying, Mr. No Name. And we'll stick on the end the biggest engine we can get. Okay. Oh. For some reason, things are at odd places. Fuel tanks, engines. I don't know what a SpongeBob is. Okay, there's our air breathers. So add those. Now, center of thrust, aerodynamic overlay, and the aerodynamics is further back now. That should improve stability. Now, all of it, the only thing left is a question of oh, I didn't know that. I do not know why there are 3 of them. Let's see how this is going to operate. I'm going to make a prediction. Oh, not terribly well. But just in case it doesn't, let's stick some air brakes on it, which we wanted to do before. So we stick you just back here. To hopefully improve our characteristics for landing. Oh, I've unlocked the island airfield. So we'll go for launch. Okay. Turn up the velocity. Just reminded that I might not have configured the wheels right, so we might go careering off the end of the thing. That's gaining velocity. Rotate. Oh! This is behaving really nice. We did lose the rear engine in a tail strike, but okay, let's try maneuvering. That's going well. We can turn the vessel. Probably don't want to to bank so much. Okay. Let's level off. Oh, let's pull the gear up. Okay, let's check our high altitude maneuvering. Getting a nice smooth climb. Gonna have air intake's probably good as well. Yep. Let's check out engine characteristics. We're losing a little bit of thrust. Not sure why. But we're still climbing. Level ourselves off. Let's pitch up a bit more. I don't have any trim controls on this, I don't think. So but we're still gaining altitude. Good. This is a really nice nice aircraft. I didn't think it was going to go as well. The real question is, can we reach space in this thing? So let's pitch up a bit more. Let's see how high we can go. Hold on. Had a little bit of stall there. Let's ease ourselves upwards. We're gaining velocity. We're not going to be able to go orbital on this thing because we don't actually have we lost the rocket engines in the tail strike, but we are gaining altitude, so it's pretty good as a plane. Right. Now, we'll see how well it's mode dry. What happens if we switch it to wet? Okay. I did not realise we had afterburners on this thing. So I have to wire the afterburners up into our control system as well. And there. Let's do a sort of go straight up maneuver. Really gaining altitude at the cost of thrust, and we're tipping over. Okay, let's go. Fire it. That. Oh, see daisy. See how fast we can go for the oxygen requirements kick in. So I just want to make it stall now. It's really... I'll see you soon. It's really thirsty for the fuel. We're accelerating. She wants to lean over. There she goes. Up to 200 meters a second. We're 11 kilometers up. We're gaining thrust now. I think out of... we've leveled off. Okay. That is cool to know. Drop the afterburners. Let's level off into... see daisy. Let's correct our flight a bit. Yeah. That was pretty damn cool. I just want to sort of level off again. And we'll start descending. Here we go. Hold on. There. Okay, so let's find out next thing how the air brakes work. Massive, we've got a pretty substantial drop in speed. That's exactly what we want. And we remove the air brakes. Speed goes up again. Okay, good. Let's pull back on the engine thrust. Let's lower us down to idle. We should start descending. Don't like how it keeps banking by itself. Let's let it like slowly descend. Well, that's pretty rapid descent now. Well, let's descend down to, say, 100 meters. We'll see if we can do a water landing with this. There we go. There. Even ourselves out. Going to a nice descent. I'm actually amazed on how well this vehicle is behaving. Except for occasionally the way it will bank all by itself. There we go. Well, let's just go into a dive. Take us down to a few hundred meters and then pull out of the dive. That bit of unrequested movement was a little scary. And interesting, we're gaining thrust. You. Let's even you out. Oh, see Daisy. Don't want to climb. I want to keep descending. There we go. Take us down under a kilometre. And we'll pull out of the dive when we get near the surface. Hit the air brakes, hit the gears, and see how the parachutes work. Going to supersonic. There we go. So, gear, air brakes, idle. And just let ourselves drift down. And well, nothing was damaged in the landing. That I am going to call a successful test flight. Now let's just test the other bits of controls. That works. That works. We've still got plenty of charge, so that's not going to be working. Things are otherwise working fine. Oh, that was the drain control, I think. Yeah. There, that's how you activate that. Okay. I'll have to set that up beforehand. Excellent. So, let's recover that vessel. We got no science. Parts fully recovered. And our crew gained some XP. This is cool. Let's check on our crew. Got one pilot, one engineer. Not sure where our other crew is. Also want to have a look into our engines, see if there are any better ones. So, fuel tanks, engines. With a little afterburner for extra thrust. High bypass work, low cruising altitudes, cruising speeds and altitudes. So yeah, this is probably the best we have at the moment. So, things we need to set up. We'll right click on here. Tell it to drain fuel and oxidizer. Then actions. Click on those. Custom 5, custom 6. Switch mode. Mission flag. Edit ship description. Okay. So, in the ship description, I'm going to put action group 1 equals flight controls action group 2 equals cargo bay doors. Action group 3 equals clamp O Tron. Action group 4 equals fuel dump. Action group 5 equals reserve power, and action group 6 equals afterburners. Okay. And you are now, let's save this. The next thing I'm going to do is find out if I can fly this. Well, I don't think I can fly. Wait, what about? So just to check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Now, let's see if we can launch this without getting a tail strike. Okie dokie. Yep, it is KSP. Thrust to max. Main engine's on. Let's bring up our speed. Let's... Okay. That was a bit more aggressive than I wanted. Oh! Ow, 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 ow. Oops. Vert to launch. Let's try that again. We didn't change anything. So just a pitch up just a touch. There. That's better. Oh. Right. Gear up. We're steadily gaining velocity and altitude. Nice and stable. It's amazing how much slower space planes climb than aircraft. And now starting to lose velocity. And hit the afterburners. Yeah. Let's see how much we can climb now. There. There. 3. Okay, so we top out at about 300 meters a second. So we're never going to be able to use this as a proper space plane, I don't think. but we can probably use it as a high atmospheric plane, and if we launch it off of a rocket like we did its previous version, we'll be able to use it as a recovery vehicle. So let's see how let's just push it up until we have the engines burn out. So losing thrust, I think because of just the low air pressure. There we go. Hope your cabin is pressurized, because we are definitely too high to breathe. We're slowly tilting up. We're moving towards Coffin Corner, I believe. Basically, the angle of attack we must do to get proper enough lift to fly is growing closer and closer to the point where we'll stall out. Because we're getting less and less lift now, as you can see our thrust vector there. Let's see what happens if we now, at this velocity, kick in the atomic engines. Yep. Gaining velocity. The atomic engines aren't that efficient. Well, are quite efficient, but they're not that powerful. They're kicking in 550 kilonewtons, while those ones are putting in 39. So actually, the atomic engines are more efficient at the moment, or more powerful at the moment, just because we're so high up. And we are still gaining velocity. This might actually be a single stage orbit. Not a very good one, but one nevertheless. That is cooler than I thought it would be. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Probably gonna run out of air soon. Air intake. Flow is 11 units, so we're still dropping off that. We've got plenty of oxygen, because we've got big scoops on it. Let's see how far we've gotten. Yeah. No, you can't be a mod, sorry. Here we go. When losing velocity, I think just because these becoming less and less effective. we go. Our thrust to weight ratio is good. What's that? Ah. We don't actually have a... We've got a... Okay. 𝕊𝔸℉𝔻ℝ𝔸. We don't actually have a greater than 1 thrust to weight ratio, so we're not acting as a rocket. And that's about as high as we can go with this engine. That's cool. Okay. Oops, that's not what we wanted. Close that. Sit easy. Let's turn ourselves over. Oops. What's happening? Gotta get ourselves pointing into the airstream. What I did is I killed the... activate the air brakes. That should get us pointing back. Okay. Right. Eek. I'm trying to get a little bit more control over myself so I can actually point the nose down. Here we go. Then we pull. It. Almost. Thankfully, we have emergency chutes. And if I go like, it's the, no. There we go. Yeah. I think we had a problem where we lost intrinsic stability as well. Because no matter what I was doing, no matter what I was doing, the aircraft was not responding. use the engine to shut down or you destroy it because you're going down too fast. Yeah, use the engine. Yeah. That's why we have the emergency chutes for situations just like that. So that tells us a lot about our vehicle. We'll recover it. Basically, next. Basically, we don't have the technology at the moment to do a true single-staged orbit, but that vehicle probably will be good for a re-entry and good for re-entry and good for doing sort of like space planetary operations. So I think we have developed some good tech. Let's go back into the space plane hangar. Save this. And we'll be ready to use this later when we have a mission that is appropriate for it. Now, if we jump out of here, actually, just remembered, there is something I want to add. Under utilities, what the? I think it goes like that. Extend ladder. Oh, it's upside down. That's not tall enough. How about this one? That's better. Here we go. Move that there. We definitely need a way to get on board. Track the ladder. Okay. Save that. Let's leave. Now, coming up, we have things to do. Will be a Mun voyage, orbit around the moon with a tourist. We need to do a service call to the interplanetary space station. And we need a Kerbal mission to Juno. And also, I want to check on our astronauts. Where is... 𝕊𝔸ℕ𝔻ℝ𝔸 is on interplanetary disco. Jeb's on Juno lander. Hold on. Where is Juno lander? I just want to find that. I just want to find where Jeb is, because I think I've lost them. There's Juno probe. Okay. Juno probe. Juno lander orbiting Kerbal. Fly. Ah, this thing. Right. Yeah, you're waiting for the next transfer window. Ah, that's what that is there for. Excellent. Now I remember where Jeb is. X. So, that will happen soon enough. So, as I was saying, things are all planned out. This is the next window for Juno. And we have things all prepped up. So I'm going to call this stream here. Thank you all my hosts for keeping me company. Please keep me in mind. I would really appreciate it if you haven't subscribed yet, for you to subscribe. Thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching the archives. Tomorrow we will playing some Minecraft. I'd love to see you there.